if you want the light to come to your life, you must be standing where it is shining. I am standing in front of you, my dear friends from NIPSC. I'm Dr. Bobby Gerardo, currently Professor 6 of West Visayas State University. I finished my master's degree from University of the Philippines in Diliman. That is a MA Ed major in mathematics, and my Doctor of Engineering, major in Knowledge Engineering and Telecommunications from Kunsan National University in South Korea. Currently, I am the chair of Special Beats and Awards Committee, the chair of blended and flexible learning, and at the same time, the editor-in-chief of the University Research Journal. Allow me to use my notes for reference because those in the slides are just keywords and details of my plan, which are really very essential and important, are included in my notes. This morning, I'd like to present to you this agenda in terms of realizing the vision, in terms of accomplishing the mission, and my 4 years development plan that is consistent to the mission and vision of this institution, that is in terms of administration, instruction, research and extension, and in terms of internally generated income and resource generation. We have many challenges that we are facing now here at NIPSC. And one of that is in terms of low performance in board examinations, limitations in terms of funding support for program modernization and internationalization, the same thing with a funding requirement for research, and as well as low turnout in terms of research publications. Limited infrastructure for smart university, and I think this is the demand of the time where, because of this pandemic, we have limitations in terms of our mobility and to have a face-to-face teaching and learning in our school. Next one is international collaboration for joint academic activities, where there is a likelihood that we could tap other institutions to co-work with our school so that it could bring in activities that could help develop our school, while at the same time our faculty and students can benefit from that. And finally, a shortcoming in terms of physical and financial performance. With these challenges, I'd like to present to you my plan for NIPSC. The first one, in terms of realizing the vision, intervention shall be made on classroom level, instruction, capacitating faculty to enhance their teaching skills, and implementing strategic review techniques for students. And this will cover faculty trainings and support for faculty that will undergo MAs or doctoral courses. At the same time, we'll try to look at into regular curriculum review so that we could provide enhancement and upgrading of these existing programs. Apply for and upgrade existing programs is accreditation level, and at the same time, subject our school to the next level of state universities and colleges leveling. And with your support, I believe that we could really attain this one. This will really help our community, especially our faculty members, improve our social benefits, while at the same time benefiting our school with additional income and additional budget that we could receive yearly based on our GAA. And finally, support for student trainings and skills so that we could further provide enhancement to the capabilities of our student, which will result to higher opportunity for getting jobs or employment. Second, improve the level of teaching learning environment by integrating e-learning system and digital technology in support to the establishment of smart university so that the programs will be accessible locally and internationally. The third one is to come up with a tie-up program with other institutions and implement joint program implementation and research collaborations. Harmonize these course offerings with the UMAP roadmap in the Asia-Pacific region. Seoul and Washington Accord to cater with the local and international students as well as the possible visiting professors program that we could establish in the future. In terms of accomplishing the mission, by improving the board examination passing percentage would mean increase in possible employment of the university graduates on their chosen field. Implement strategic solutions in increasing board examination results by doing interventions on both the students and faculty capabilities. An end to this is to propose for new priority programs that have current employment demands such as on math, science, and engineering. Second, work on compliance in the construction and maintenance of buildings and facilities that minimizes the use of energy while protecting the environment. This include implementation of proper classroom spaces, ventilation, lighting, and use of renewable energy like solar or wind sources. As electrical engineer, I could really help on this matter. Number three, various projects that will benefit the faculty and students and create employment opportunities in the locality. New employment opportunities in the community would redound to improving quality of life. My 4 years development agenda for NIPSC. The first one in terms of administration. Number one, implement strategies in compliance with the requirements for the universityhood of NIPSC within 1 year of administration. This will include intervention on faculty academic degree requirements, such as on master's and doctorate courses, source for grants and scholarships for faculty enrichment programs, locally and internationally. And in terms of research publications, faculty will be encouraged to propose and implement research projects that will form part of their academic loads. Support shall be provided in terms of local funds and those that will be sourced out from outside. And quality of education shall be imposed to increase student capabilities and their employment likelihood. Second, provide support for trainings and seminars for students and faculty, which basically will be a significant component of the 4 years development staff or plan for faculty, staff, and students. The third one, implement new programs on financial management, such as comprehensive training of personnel and implementation of productivity software to improve work-related functions. This program will also cover resource generation that will align with the research and extension programs of the university. Number four, strong leadership in the design and development and implementation of infrastructure development plan by coming up with a comprehensive master development plan for 30 years. This will include planning for construction of new buildings and modern classrooms that will respond to the need of the time and the growing population of our university. In terms of instruction, formulate strategies and implement interventions in various programs by promoting education or quality education and increasing the likelihood of passing board-based courses. Tactical plans will be formulated to implement new programs in science and engineering to meet the high demand of job opportunities for these fields. Second, transform various courses to become globally competitive programs by offering blended or flexible learning teaching system. This could attract local and international students adhering to NIPSC's offerings. Thus, there is a likelihood of making the school as globally reachable institution. Number 3, use or innovate digital technology to transform classrooms and campuses into smart thing. This would involve digitalization of instructional materials, innovation on teaching, and acquisition of ICT tools, and training of faculty on the use of these modern technologies. In terms of research and extension, establish a Scopus or WS accredited journal. As the current editor-in-chief of the university journal, I could help that our own local journal can be accredited by these indexing bodies and work towards compliance of faculty engagement in both research and extension activities. Third, lead the faculty to engage in research and extension with publications in local and international journals, revitalize the training component of the university through engagement in the multidisciplinary trainings by tapping local and international talents. I had also prepared 4 important activities and plans in terms of resource generation. We could move on to the last one of my presentation today. The first one is to implement school-based projects focused on faculty technical and research skills, improve external linkages. The third one is to push for skill-specific projects, and number 4, to collaborate with industries so that we could put up an economic zone in the 5th district that will give employment opportunities for our locality. Dream with me. Given the opportunity by the NIPSC Board of Trustees, I will realize this vision, mission, and development agenda with dedication and hard work through the cooperation of the school officials and other stakeholders. Good day to everyone. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Three governors. In my capacity as Provincial Government Department Head, Assistant Department Head, and Administrative Qualification and background, and my drive for problem solving and overcoming bureaucratic hurdles would translate to the qualification of the new president. And if given the chance to be the next president, I will pursue the vision of this college, which is a globally competitive state university in Asia. I will pursue its mission of human resource development through quality and relevant education, environment-friendly modern technologies, and preservation of Filipino values and culture for sustainable and improved quality of life. To accomplish this vision and mission, I have lined up 6 goals. First goal, to produce human capital imbued with scientific and technological skills, endowed with desirable values and work ethics. To do this, the following strategies. We have to do curriculum review and revise curriculum in agriculture and fisheries and other programs to obtain 100% certificate of program compliance. We have also lined up faculty development. I have to have 100% of all the faculty must have master's and doctorate degree. And for second goal, to provide quality education in the field of industry, agriculture, fisheries, technology, sciences, education, and other relevant undergraduate and graduate program. To do this, the following strategies: submit all programs for accreditation, improve faculty's performance through trainings, seminars, workshops, and incentives. Goal number 3, establish a university research culture responsive to community and global needs. To do this, we have the following strategies: strengthen faculty research, build student research capability, incorporate climate change adaptation strategy in the study of agriculture and fisheries. Goal number 4, enhance research-based extension program and transfer of sustainable technologies with the strategies. Establish demo farms and pilot projects and showcase agriculture and fisheries to improve technologies as vehicle for extension technology, or rather for effective technology transfer. And the last, conduct community outreach program. 5th, maximize productivity through efficient and effective resource management. To do this, strategies: 1, institutionalization of CAC's program on awards and incentives for service excellence, and strengthening of strategic management performance system, and to create a conducive working environment. And finally, we need to strengthen linkages, and we have to enter into memorandum of agreement with partner agencies and organize event in collaboration with partner agencies. All premise considered, I may be the president you are looking for. Thank you very much. To God be the glory. Mabuhay, Isko.
Board of Trustees, the members of the Search Committee for NIPSC Presidency, headed by Dr. Lisa Grace Rosales, Dr. Tio Ronquillo, Dr. Maura Consolacion Cristobal, Mr. Francis Centoral, Professor Jimmy Palmaera, our OIC President, Dr. Alma R. De Facto, our Vice Presidents, Deans, NIPSC key officials, our sectoral representatives, our student representatives, our alumni representatives, guests, friends, gentlemen and ladies, good morning. This morning, I will be presenting my priority agenda for the BOT-approved vision, mission, and goals for the Northern Iloilo Polytechnic State College. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Sunny Gallego Gabinete, a cum laude graduate of the Bachelor of Elementary Education from West Visayas State University. I finished my Master in Management, major in Educational Management, Master in Business Administration, and Doctor of Philosophy in Management. I had 23 years of teaching as well as administrative experience in the private institution as Dean, Program Chairpersons of the undergraduate as well as the graduate levels, as well as, of course, Principal of the Basic Education Department, a Public Relations Officer. At the same time, of course, I'm heading as the Vice President for the Visayas for the Philippine Association for Teachers and Educators for 2-term, and that is from 2016 to 2020. I was also the President of PAFTE, Region 6, in the year 2014 to 2016. This morning, I will be presenting to you the priority development agenda in terms of the 4-pronged areas, namely instruction, community extension services, research, as well as resource generation. Definitely, this 4-pronged function of this what's called state universities and colleges will answer to that of the development of the institution in terms of sustainability. First, it's going to be with instruction. We'll initiate academic reforms, curricular initiatives, and innovation to ensure quality, accessible, and relevant gender-fair academic programs responsive to the needs of the constituents, making the NIPSC graduates fit the Philippines Qualifications Reference Framework, or the PQRF, and the ASEAN Qualifications Reference Framework. My dear friends, NIPSC needs good teacher. And of course, we need to produce good graduates, and definitely these graduates would be at par with the graduates of other institutions, and at the same time, definitely they're going to be employed and of course passing the licensure examination. How will I do this? First, maximize efforts for the conversion of the Northern Iloilo Polytechnic State College into the Northern Iloilo State University. This is the battle cry. Since then, it was a battle cry of this institution to be converted into university. However, we need to push through some particular areas in order for us to elevate ourselves into a university. We need to have the curricular reviewable program offerings, both in the graduate and undergraduate levels, in coordination with industry partners and stakeholders, making it fit to national and international standards. We need to pursue individual as well as institutional program accreditation and strive to come up with centers of excellence and centers of development among the different program offerings. We need to endeavor modernization of educational facilities and equipment to hasten the state-of-the-art instructional delivery. It is going to be timely right now. We have the pandemic. We need to be innovative. We need to push so that we need also to achieve what we are aiming for. Along with this also, I would like to go through with the upgrading of the faculty qualifications through local, national, and international industry exposures and on-the-job training. We have good faculty members, but we need to push them through the what's called this industry exposures. Implement a comprehensive human resource development program for the personnel. Accreditation of curricular programs among ASEAN and international partner institutions to facilitate student, faculty, and staff exchange programs. We need to implement a comprehensive faculty development program which is on the process of the crafting right now. We need to promote gender and equality through fair and just instructional practices. We need also to package a balanced co-curricular program for our students in order for them to have the local, the national, and international apprenticeship programs. Second to it is, of course, in the area of research. Generally, I would like to continuously pursue a college research culture responsive to the community and global needs. How I'm going to do that? Continuous research capacity building among personnel. It has always been said, you cannot give what you didn't have. Always, we have good faculty members, but definitely they lack research capabilities. Force linkages for national as well as international agencies, involvement of stakeholders in crafting research agenda, and collaborate with them in planning, implementing, monitoring, and evaluating research endeavors. We have to sustain research endeavors, allocate funds for financial as well as support activities. We need to collaborate and coordinate with the local government units and non-government agencies to ensure alignment of research initiatives with the emergent research trust of the national government. And of course, lastly, ensure gender-fair initiatives tackling gender issues in all our research endeavors. In the areas of community and extension services, we would like to generally have a continuously enhanced research-based extension programs and transfer of sustainable technologies. Basically, this is very, very important because we need to do research in order for it to align it with the different extension programs vis-a-vis the what's called the needs assessment process. We need to deliver quality resource-based extension programs and initiatives through appropriate needs assessment to properly address existing needs of the clienteles. This is very, very important because we're offering different courses in our institution, and so therefore it should channel its community extension services with those particular areas that we are basically delving into. We need also to empower clienteles via appropriate technology transfer through proper training. So we need to have this in order for us to have a good impact in terms of community service. We need also to establish a strong, functional, and effective linkages and networks with government, non-government, and private organizations, local government units, and partner agencies in the formulation, planning, implementing, monitoring, and evaluating comprehensive and effective extension programs and activities. Very, very necessary our linkage with them because what we are working are clienteles from that of the community. We need to promote active participation of the personnel as well as women in all community extension activities. This is not just for men, women too, in terms of gender fair extension programs. And we need to force linkages with local, national, and international partner agencies to improve community extension activities. We have our strength in NIPSC, but definitely we also have our weaknesses. We need to benchmark, we need to look, and also sometimes have a a basis for our activities. For production and development services, we need to promote productivity through efficient and effective resource management, a prudent utilization of funds, and consistently pursue production programs and projects for sustainable income generation. We need to provide avenue to enhance micro-entrepreneurship among students as well as personnel. We need to explore possibilities of establishing dormitories, hotels, and facilities for both students and faculty at affordable cost. Undertake sustainable production initiatives appropriate in its campus, such as fish production preservation, fish fund activation, establishment of facility centers as outlets for stakeholders' entrepreneurial activities, water refilling stations, and other sources of income for the institution. And of course, lastly, we need to provide capacity building activities to personnel via sound and workable human resource development program. This, my dear colleagues, is very, very important. We need not left out our faculty members, our personnel, and of course, everybody in the institution. General administration and governance. We need to establish and create an efficient and effective support mechanism to achieve the vision, mission, and goals of the institution. Comprehensive review of policies and upholding the basic functions of the state college. I am from here. We have a lot of things to do. We need to produce manuals. We need to produce all these things, policies for us to have the basis. Promote a participatory, transparent, gender fair governance reflective of the program. Offerings, research agenda, programs and projects, student welfare and development, as well as financial and accounting management. We need to review organizational structure and designate qualified personnel. Develop and establish an integrated human development and welfare program through graduate program fellowships, local and international trainings, on-the-job training programs, international exchange programs, and other postdoctoral needs. This is what we aim because our vision is a globally competitive university in Asia. And lastly, establish an effective monitoring and evaluation of programs through periodic performance evaluation of employees, a systematic and functional feedback system, and submit to quality management system evaluation. We need to practice gender equality and equity in all transactions. And of course, promote green technology education to raise awareness and improve practices and the preservation of the earth. This, my dear friends, are just the main thing that I'll be doing in terms of the support for our governance here in that of NIPSC. Very, very important is the feedback system. Very, very important is the performance evaluation system that we need to know if we're heading for our own particular direction, or probably we are on the right track in pursuing our dreams for universityhood of the Northern Iloilo Polytechnic State College. This, my friends, are my priority development agenda.